All right, guys. So tonight we're going to talk about resistance training, protein, and longevity. Even you young people that are out there, I'm super excited you're listening to this because of the fact that the sooner you start to get exercise and be involved in exercise, and those of us who are older and even older, it's very important that we get the power of exercise, especially resistance training, but cardiovascular training and stretching is very important. In 2021, the study looked at how physical activity can impact the mitochondria and muscle health during aging. It compared, so this study compared a group of young and old people with the same level of activity. It also compared adults who were actively exercising versus those who were not. And what did it find? It found that getting older isn't always synonymous with aging. Aging is synonymous with sarcopenia. So when we get older, we can get older gracefully, or we can get older and age. And age is associated with disease. And one of those disease processes is sarcopenia, which is the loss of muscle and function. It leads to imbalance, difficulty standing and walking, and increase in falls. So the mere fact that you're striving to live healthier, especially now that you're young and aware and with it, we want to keep you that way so you're not ending up in a nursing home or a hospital later on in your life. At the cellular level, it is felt that part of this is due to a decrease in physical activity. And as a result, there's a drop in mitochondria function. Now, the mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. That's kind of like the generator of every single cell in your body. And when we decrease their function and their number and the number of mitochondria, it's a problem. The question is it because of physical activity decline, or is it due to mitochondria decline? Is it the chicken or the egg? There is so-called a master regulator in the mitochondria called PGC-1 alpha, peroxisome proliferator activator receptor gamma cofactor 1 alpha. We don't have to remember that name, but just remember there's this master regulator. The higher the number, the better the walking speed. So if the mitochondria has these master regulators, those regulators help the mitochondria work better to produce ATP, energy, to help you increase the output of the energy, which gives your muscles more contractility so that you walk better and faster. In mice, when we've lost those antioxidant enzymes, superoxide dismutase, there is a higher dysfunction of the mitochondria. But when we don't have superoxide dismutase, this leads to a higher dysfunction of the mitochondria and leads to mitochondrial death that leads to cellular death, muscle death, and inactivity. When engaging in increased physical activity via exercise training as an older person, this slows down aging and potentially keeps the mitochondria functioning. So if we have an older person who is getting in the pool and doing their exercise and stretching, or somebody going to yoga and walking and bike riding and being physically active, what's happening is this master regulator, the PGC-1 alpha, has higher levels, and this older person is not aging. They're not declining at the rate that an aging person who is not moving. So what my challenge tonight for you all is to engage you in this understanding that we have to make exercise a priority. But all of the 5 keys are a priority. You've got to get to bed on time so that you have the motivation and the desire to exercise. So that means we've got to get to bed by 10. We've got to eat those vegetables to reduce the free radicals and help make superoxide dismutase. That's when I have you guys taking magnesium and zinc when you're sick, because magnesium and zinc help to make superoxide dismutase and reduce free radicals. But all those herbs and spices also help to stabilize that oxide dismutase so that you're taking those unstable free radicals, whether they come from sugar, starchy foods, fruit, high volumes of fruit or fruit juices, or coming from beef and pork when we're eating too much, or, and coming from heavy metals and not moving or moving too much, it helps reduce those free radicals. The mitochondrial capacity is the ability to generate ATP, which is energy. So remember, the mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. And what we're doing is that powerhouse needs to make ATP. And it can't make ATP if it's degrading and degenerating rapidly. So it's associated with energy efficiency and insulin sensitivity when the mitochondrial capacity is working to its ability. So you exercise efficiently and you're less sensitive to insulin. So basically, again, the Sika scale is looking at fat mass, muscle mass, as well as total body water, promoting longevity, reducing visceral fat to healthy levels, increasing muscle mass, and increasing healthy cells. So this Sika scale measures 19 or more parameters. It does give you body mass index, but remember, the body mass index is not what we want to look at because it really isn't accurate. One thing, so when you do this, if you come to do it and we do your testing, you can download the app, My Sika Analytics. Your data and information is saved on Amazon data bank, which is a very secure. One of you asked, is this secure? Is my data going to be secure? Yes, because one of the most powerful data banks and secure data banks is Amazon. And so your data will be saved on Amazon. We can actually look at your muscle mass. How much muscle do you actually have? And can we grow that muscle, pushing it more into that green zone? And what is your muscle mass for age? How does that look? What's really interesting is there's actually skeletal muscle per age, and you can see, where do I rank in my age group, with regards to my muscle for my age group. So there is a video that I recommended you to listen to. It does talk about exercise, VO2 max, and longevity. This guy right here is the father of really VO2 max research. He is amazing. And what he talks about is that U-shaped curve that you can over-exercise. This guy, who does a lot of interviews and is very well-respected physician, I think he's at Harvard, he exercises like 10 hours or more a week. And this guy told him, listen, you're at risk for atrial fib, but yeah, you're exercising. It's good for your longevity, but who cares if you're getting diseases? We want to exercise, we want to live long, but we don't want the disease. So very interesting, something you may want to listen to. The biggest takeaway on this podcast, if you listen to it, is the first 30 minutes that talk about you need to exercise. And you need to be exercising 3 to 5 hours a week, ideally 5 hours, to really improve longevity and strength in your muscles. And we can track that muscle growth and improvement. So as we always look, exercise is one of those wise keys of longevity. It's one of the fountain of youth keys. All 5 of the keys, nutrition, exercise, sleep, spirituality, and community, are so very important to our health. Why is exercise profound? Because it creates peace, it reduces stress. You can have fun exercising with friends and with family. When I watch that sunrise every morning, it's breathtaking every morning. When I run, the days that I do run, being able to sightsee and take, bike tours when we travel. My family loves to do that. Whenever we can take a bike tour, we do. Whenever I can get in the forest and hike with my son and my family, we do. Remember, you don't have to have an electromagnetic frequency mat or a beamer. You can do it naturally by running, at the beach, running in the forest, swimming in the ocean. All these things will help bring electromagnetic frequency waves to increase circulation, but you're building muscle mass as well. You can reduce free radicals by exercising, and you're generating healthy mitochondria and muscle cells and promoting health and longevity. So I encourage you guys to get out there and exercise and be grateful for the fact that you can move.